Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I received 2 more decks from you guys yesterday, which I mentioned in my pick a card, and I wanted to come on and use them today. This one is the White Light Oracle, and it's from Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. You guys are so sweet. I'll never be able to express, I don't think, how much I love you guys. I just don't think there's enough words in the dictionary or in my brain. And there's another one from Tracy. So we have the Goddess of Love Tarot, and this is the Erotic Divine Feminine. And I do want to use it. I'm going to have to be careful because there's a lot of nudity in it. But I did want to use it. And I think I'm going to do like a divine counterpart reading here because that's what I feel like doing. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you for encouraging me to keep giggling. Thank you very much. You guys bring so much energy and light to my life. I just can't even describe it. So right away, I was having weird dreams last night. Really weird dreams. I can't really remember many of them. I just know that I was waking up a lot, which I have been doing a lot lately. When I woke up this morning, the fog here was so thick that you couldn't see anything out the window. And I thought, I link everything to tarot. It's one of the ways I learned tarot. So I immediately was like 7 of Cups, cloudiness, illusions, like not being able to see clearly, the moon, murkiness. So maybe that's how you're feeling. I don't know. I feel the need to mention all these crazy things. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're just gonna explore this deck together a little bit and see what happens. And then we have this Divine Feminine Tarot. So I think I'm just gonna, I channel Divine Counterpart energy anyway. So let's just call it what it is. Divine Feminine reading or Divine Counterpart. Gender doesn't matter. Maybe you're going through some tests right now. It's incredibly hard being a divine counterpart or being I don't know how else, like a vessel of light. It's, you know, the more you try and shine your light on the world, sometimes the more the world pushes back to test you. Anyway, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Sacrament of Extreme. I don't even know how to pronounce that, and I don't want to embarrass myself. Not that you guys ever judge me. Anyway, it is number 34. 34 has been coming up in a lot of the readings. It equals 7 Chariot energy. It also, you know, to me is Empress and Emperor energy. So yeah, let's have a look at what's happening here. Maybe we'll go, we have 22, interesting. We'll just see what comes out, my friends. Blue eyes could be symbolic. Someone else, 17 star energy, someone else bought me a deck by this person. And it's this deck right here. You know what? I'm going to use it today. I feel like just taking it one card at a time and seeing what happens. We have 43. Oh, you guys, we had 34, 43 mirroring. Karma of Kuduhala. Ooh, I'm not, this is not going to be good for pronunciation, my friends. Oh, well. Like I said, I found my people here. You guys don't judge me. Stop. This was on the bottom of the deck when I started. I had like cleansed the deck and I looked at it a bit, and it was what was on the bottom of the deck in when it came out of the box. And then after I did all that with the deck, I put it down. And when I went to start the reading, it was on the bottom. So I actually cut the deck in half and went like that. And that's where that 34 came from. And here it is again. So it's Wally confirms it. It's like a very clear message that this card wants to be spoken about. So we have magnetism of Eros, I don't know, help me. I think it's interesting how we have, oops, that nipple is allowed because it's on a masculine. We have this cycle here, maybe patterns. I'm seeing world card energy. Perhaps you and this person are at a distance, you and your counterpart. This is going to be a divine feminine reading, so counterpart. And it's interesting how we see the hands reaching for each other and we see this spiral. If you guys watched pile 3 yesterday, there was something about eagles and talons and like swinging through the air that I'm getting that energy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking it out on the card. All right, so I do want to look at what this card means. To me, it is right away 1 magician energy. All right, here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, I apologize in advance for mispronouncing words. I want to see if there's a way I can hold this card and read this book so that you can look at the card. Let me do this. It is on page 46, Wheel of Fortune energy, cycles, patterns, the Wheel of the Fortune. Okay. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps towards that which moves your heart. Reach out to what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then can you truly be held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. And all of my dreams, you guys, lately have been about something that's just out of reach, actually, like the plane thing. I'm going to be honest, the dream I had last night was about someone communicating, and they looked completely different to how they looked before. And I think just visually, and I think that was symbolic of someone coming in with communication after going through significant change. No, this one. You get out of here. Anyway, my dream was that someone communicated, but they looked completely different to what they looked like before. And like I said, I think that was symbolic of this person going through change, making adjustments, Wheel of Fortune energy. The thing is that communication came in, and then it was almost like, I explained it in a pick a card the other day. It was like communication came in, and then it was really, really, really slow after that, like slow, far apart points of communication. So what I want to say is that could be a test. If that happens to you and communication comes in and it's very slow, that could be a test to see, are you in that energy of wanting to control? Anyway, side note, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. Clearly for a reason. The magnetism of, oh geez, Eros, I want to say Eros, but I don't know, is our soul's fascination with that which appears different and calls to us at a deep level. So this could be, you know, this is a I'm going to stop saying this could be. This is a counterpart connection, so it feels different. It feels unexplainably different. This soul deep, thank you, Wally. This soul deep attraction inspires us to remain open Be passionate and willing to engage with life, other people, and new vitalizing pathways and practices that inspire us. It keeps us moving on our authentic life path, living by the call of the heart. This oracle indicates that your heart is being called to a particular path or way of life. It may not make logical sense, but to honor the call of the heart is to honor the needs of the soul. The call of the heart can lead you into the unknown and intriguing territory. It can feel liberating but also unsettling as you let go of known worlds and reach for the unfamiliar. Following such a path will bring a fresh influx of energy and expand your understanding of yourself, your life path, and your higher purpose. It is meant to be. Eros, I don't know, help me, is a Greek word for love. On a spiritual level, it is our passionate, open, engaged love for life. When we experience it, we are ready to embrace our journey. It is an affirmation of life. Its opposite is the destructive dried? Oh my gosh. Its opposite is the destructive drive known as Thanatos, which came out in a reading recently. I know it did. Thanatos, I remember. Which is the drive behind our undermining, self-defeating, and self-harming behaviors. I bet you Thanatos came out in that reading where I was crying. We may engage in such negative behaviors in a misguided attempt to heal ourselves or make ourselves feel better. When we act negatively, despite our best intentions to be positive, part of us is trying to tell us a story that is yet to be fully heard. Until that story is heard, we cannot let it go. We get stuck in a negative loop. To resolve the negative Thanatos drive within us and in our world, we need Eros. I wish I knew how to pronounce it. We need to embrace life, including our negative experiences. By acknowledging and healing our suffering, we can find the courage and wisdom to live more fully. The challenge and gift of Eros leads us into our vulnerability. From there, we can recognize our strength and dignity. We become able to let go and to heal. This oracle brings the message that life has particular gifts to share with you. There is a promise of deep, soulful connection with your true self and with others, and a healing realization that you are truly desired and loved. You are encouraged to explore new pathways, especially if you feel out of your depth and a bit vulnerable in doing so. More so if they involve personal healing. The oracle indicates a path is opening up for you. It may not be the easiest way forward, but when your heart leaps at the prospect of it, know something truly special is unfolding for you through that pathway. Trust where your heart is leading you. Oh my gosh. So if you guys have not heard me, a lot of people say, can you explain your counterpart experience? And I have. It's just, you know, lost in a sea of videos. But looking at this card, you know, this is kind of the energy I can resonate with meeting my counterpart. I was already on my, what I thought was my soul path, you know, married, 4 kids, house, job, stability. But I had a void within me, and I knew I had a void. And I kept filling it with other things, with plants, with dogs, with children. I love my children. But when I came into contact with my counterpart, something shifted in me, like something turned, and I couldn't explain it. It was like unexplainable. It made no logical sense, like this card talked about. It made no logical sense. I had never even spoken to this person, yet I was having this reaction through just seeing their name and a picture of them. And I tried, like my ego was tried to fight it. Anyway, I was thinking about that when I was reading this card, that choosing that pathway that makes no logical sense, yet your soul and your heart are telling you something there is worth exploring. I can also relate it to when my heart was telling me when I was in separation, like the third, fourth time, my heart was telling me, you should start reading tarot. You should start helping other people. You should start your own channel. And I pushed that away for 6 months. Like 6 months, I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. And my ego was like, no one would ever watch you. No one likes you. Like, you don't have any friends. Who's going to blah, 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 blah. And it made no logical sense for me to do it, but I did it. And anyway, I feel very passionate about the journey because I've experienced the growth through it and finding my soul path. And that's, I gotta tell you guys, I'm a completely different person. And that's why I feel so drawn to all of you who are invested in this path. Anyway, I am rambling today. Why am I holding this? Oh, right, I was covering up the booby. Anyway, there's a rant for you. So maybe this connection makes no logical sense to you. I've already kind of forgotten what this card said. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. So if you have, you know, if you want to be a light worker and you're feeling like, oh no, I could never do that, and you're looking at established tarot readers thinking that you'll never compare, that's not the case. You deserve to follow your soul path, my friend. So let's see what wants to come out. We have Alabaster Tablet of Layla, 41. And we have on the bottom, Yeshi, I'm not even going to try and say that, 333. 333, anyone? All right, let's have a look. Let me make sure this is still recording. Forty-one. You are remembering at a soul level. You are tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest self-purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may evoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. Right away, I have to talk about all the swirls I'm seeing in this card, which represent patterns and cycles, Wheel of Fortune energy, world energy. So you could be someone who has been through a lot and is now tapping into, like, maybe you've healed a lot of cycles and now you're truly tapping into your higher self. Wally's going nuts. So Wally says, yeah, that's it. I'm also seeing page 206, which is High Priestess, you know, light worker, psychic, intuitive, you know, highly intuitive. 6, Lover's energy. Perhaps you have discovered your gift through this soul connection. I'm also seeing 41, which is Emperor energy and Magician energy. And I'm seeing, I don't know what this card says, but I do feel there's a heavy indication because I am channeling divine counterparts right now. It's going to be a specific reading. It's not going to resonate for many, I don't think. But what I'm seeing is someone who's supposed to be making physical steps towards sharing their gift, whatever that is. I have a card that talks about baby steps that, you know, if you think about everything it takes to start your own business and put yourself out there, it can feel daunting. But if you do one thing every day, one small thing, that in a year you'll have done 365 small things that have resulted in change and growth. And you know, I tell people I started off by like naming a TikTok for tarot, and that was like a small baby step. It took me a month after that, I'm lying, 3 months after that to even start posting a TikTok. And I was afraid of how people, I hated my voice. And I was like, people like, oh, I don't want to talk on camera. I have, you know, learning disabilities. I stumble over my words. I don't know how to pronounce things. Like all of those things my ego were telling me, don't do it because you'll embarrass yourself. So I started off, you know, just filming images, putting text on screen, baby steps. And then I thought, well, if I can put the text on the screen, I can speak small messages on the screen. So I started doing that, and people started saying like, your voice is so healing. And so I started doing more, and then I started showing you guys my face. Anyway, baby steps, baby steps. I am ranting, my goodness. My divine counterparts are in this pile. I feel like I'm with my family right now. Thank you for listening to my rants. Again, my ego tells me that you don't care. My ego tells me like, move on, you're gonna lose people now. But I'm not listening to you, ego. I sounded real confident there. Okay. The angel Lila heralds from Talmudic, I don't know, scriptures. Unlike any other angel, she is specifically described as a feminine being. Layla is a reminder that there is a place only the feminine can fill. Not talking about gender. If we attempt to live our lives skewed towards the masculine, we will miss out. There is a great value in masculine tendencies toward exploration, adventure, progress, and development. However, the feminine tendencies towards compassion, acceptance, kindness, and mercy are a balancing necessity. For humanity to survive, these dual wisdoms need to find balance and integrate it into mature expression in every human heart. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys something. I remember when I was talking about the fog, and it's clear now, you can see everything. The fog has cleared, the fog has lifted. I am going through something in my personal life that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but it's never been the right time to bring it up. And now I have a perfect time to bring it up, because I'm experiencing a major life test right now. And I feel like you guys are the only ones I can talk to about it. It has nothing to do with love. It has to do with my masculine and feminine energy though. And so I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on, because this talks about there's great value in masculine tendencies toward exploration, adventure, progress, and development. And I just want to, without going too much into detail, I have an autistic TikTok where I started it when right before I spiritually awakened. I started a TikTok. My higher self made me do it. I had no idea why I was doing it. It made no logical sense to me. That's how I met my counterpart. It's also how I met a few people who were instrumental in my spiritual awakening. Man, I really want to tell you guys the entire story, but I'm not going to. I met 3 people, all with the first letter of their name was A. It was so weird, what I experienced. Anyway, last year on my TikTok, I was attacked on TikTok because 2 of my children are transgender. And last year when I was being ripped apart on social media, I let it get to me. They were telling me I was a horrible mother. They were telling me I belonged in prison. And I embodied masculine energy. So after, it ripped me apart, I became this tiger, and I was like, well, I'm not going to put up with any of this. And I started blocking people. I started fighting with trolls, like being that aggressive masculine energy. letting them get to me, letting them get to my ego. So then I'd block them, trying to control the situation. And I thought I was doing a good thing, right? I thought that it felt like I was doing the right thing. At the time, I felt empowered, I guess. And I had my tarot reader told me that I was causing resistance in my life by like putting up those walls so quickly and blocking them. Anyway, 1 year later, I experienced the exact same thing, except it happened like last week. My video about my children, I only share that one experience of them. Other than that, I don't share them. It ended up on the wrong side of TikTok, and I was under attack all of a sudden. And I did not delete any comments. I did not respond to any comments. I looked at those people and I felt bad for them. I feel sad for the people who were in that comment section making those hateful comments. And I could feel while I was going through it, and I tried to explain it to my partner, but they're not spiritually awakened. So they were like, sure, yeah, that makes sense. While I was going through it, I started to feel compassion for all of these people who are so hateful and so judgmental. And I don't know, it's the complete 180 of what I went through last year, where I let it get to me and I let it, like I was, again, masculine energy. And this year, like I said, I let it flow through me, and I didn't let any of that hate dim my light. And I have you guys to thank for it, because you guys fill me up with so much light. But that's what I'm feeling here. Like that, the description here of the masculine tendencies versus the feminine. So perhaps you are supposed to be embodying more of a feminine energy right now. That was a really long rant. My lower self wants me to apologize, but I'm not gonna do it. Thank you for listening, my friends who still listened to the pointless. I mean, there really was no point. I'm just talking about that power, like when you can feel that masculine energy versus feminine energy. And this is a time where you need to embody feminine energy. The feminine must lead at this time. Allow the way to be shown rather than directing a path based upon your current perspective. So if you're looking at this and your person has you blocked, your guides are telling you to approach it with feminine energy. Masculine energy would want to know, why am I blocked? Masculine energy would want to control the situation and to, you know, I hate to say it, but maybe inflate the ego. So maybe your ego's telling you that person doesn't like you, or they have you blocked for a reason. And the universe is telling you, you need to take a more feminine approach to it right now, and to trust that everything is happening as it should be. You need to believe in these things, you know, that's the key to manifestation. People who say, it'll never happen, my person will never heal, this will never happen, I could never be successful, are the people who it doesn't happen for. I talk to you guys about it all the time. Changing your narrative can help you manifest, and it can help your piece of, like it can help, what am I trying to say? When you learn how to change your narrative, so stop saying if, stop saying they can't, say when they change, when they come back, when they unblock me. Start changing your narrative. Anyway, Layla is the guardian watching over all transitions, including the transition of the soul into the embryo during conception, and guiding of the soul out of the body and into the realms of light when a physical life draws to a close. Alabaster was lauded, oh my gosh, by the ancient Egyptians as a guardian stone, which leads the soul towards the light during times of transition. The alabaster tablet of Layla indicates that you are navigating a significant transition. It may be that your outer life is going through a change, or maybe that the inner changes are happening within your soul, or both. You may not know how to traverse the shifting inner and outer landscapes, but the oracle advises you that this great angel is guiding you faithfully and effectively. In the Talmud, I don't know how to pronounce it, Layla teaches wisdom to all souls before they are born. She then strikes the upper lip of the infant at the moment of birth, creating an indentation of the upper lip and causing a child to forget everything they know. That is actually very interesting. Life is then a journey of reconnection and rediscovery. I don't know why I'm seeing Men in Black, but anyway. The alabaster tablet is a crystalline scripture. Its vibration encourages the soul to seek the light and the spiritual path, sparking remembrance of inner truth. It helps us remember the sacred purpose for which we were born. If you feel out of your depth or in need of more information or understanding, this oracle reassures you that it's okay not to know everything right now. The answers you need shall become clear at the right time. All is within. Remember how I woke up and it was really foggy this morning? So maybe you're, struggling to find your light. Lila is maternal, protective, and devoted to the human collective. Her name can translate as night, as she is able to traverse our own spiritual nights, whether they be the periods before, after, or during our lives when we are going through a dark night of the soul. Lila is there reminding us that spirit will always show a way within us and the wisdom to find it. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're ever feeling alone and you're ever crying on your bathroom floor, just know that you're not alone. If you want someone to believe is with you, believe this person is with you. Believe Lila is with you. I know that sounds crazy. You're talking to the crazy lady who sat on her bathroom floor talking to a pendulum because I had no one else to talk to. I'm serious. I'm gonna imitate it for you guys. So I'm like in my bathroom. I didn't believe in any of this, and I had a pendulum or a necklace. It was a necklace actually. And I was asking whoever's out there, I'm like, should I get to know this counterpart, or am I crazy? Like, I was asking it such weird questions. Anyway, I don't know. I feel a lot of soul family in this pile. Crystals are embodied light, and alabaster in particular emanates the white light frequencies. It is highly reputed as a drawing stone, absorbing negative energies and attracting the light of spirit into your heart and life. The alabaster tablet is created from a sheet of alabaster that energetically sheaths the soul, deflecting interference through its invisible protective shield. This oracle encourages you to perform a spiritual cleansing that feels right to you, sealing your work with a protective shield of white light. You can accomplish this by calling upon the alabaster tablet of Lila, combining the sacred earth medicine of alabaster and the celestial angelic protection of Lila using the healing process below. Anyway, that was a mouthful. Now, before we move on, I'm going to look up 33333. I know I've been talking forever. Imagine if you and I went for a coffee, we would never leave that coffee shop, my friend. Okay, so this is on page 173, which equals 11, if anybody cares. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent. Oh, look at that. We have the Tantra card. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent. So stay connected to your path no matter what, and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out the support of your spiritual brothers and sisters, or people, your spiritual people. for help when needed, but also trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the powerful divine light within. There can be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. So I'm seeing someone who's truly surrendering to this connection, surrendering to the journey, surrendering to acceptance that this is a counterpart, whether you like it or not. And whether there's union or not, you're here for the ride. You're here to explore your soul path. Tigers can represent divine feminine energy. So beautiful. Guys, I'm rambling. Let's get one more card from this deck. I am trying so hard not to apologize right now, just so you know. We have Telepathy of Terra Mater. Interesting. And we have 3-3 still on the bottom. 36. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose blah, 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 is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. What was I saying? Even if you feel like, oh, I could never do that. I could never. No, not me. No, I could never. Stop it. You can and you will. Look at that focus. Let me see. Do we want to read the whole thing? Okay, I'm just going to read this part. This oracle card comes to you with the guidance that Earth Mother knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. Because, of course, that is why you are here in a body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls actually, because whilst egos may be at war, the soul is always on the same side, that of love, evolution, and enlightenment. And I want to say that's so, I have to say it before I lose it, that energy of that ego, thinking that you can't compare to other people out there, thinking that there would be competition, just what I was talking about, the ego at war, looking at my comment section at all those hateful people just going at it, just hate, all coming from a place of ego. Whereas people coming from a place of light, they don't engage, they don't fight, all they do is speak their truth. Anyway, it's really interesting because I'm rambling so much in this pile. When I was a photographer, the photographers in my area were so competitive. It was like, if somebody posted on social media that they needed a photographer, it was so competitive. When I would go out to parks and see other photographers, they wouldn't make eye contact with me. Nobody look at each other, nobody acknowledge each other. I had one that was bad-mouthing me behind my back. It was such a competitive field. And in this one, it's not like that. And that's because light workers are coming from a place of the soul. I am rambling like crazy in this pile. It's really interesting. The soul is always on the same side. So anybody on their soul path, we're all on the same side. Light workers, we're all on the same side because there's no ego. We're operating from a place of light. Does that make sense? Oh my goodness. Evolution and enlightenment. Yes. The way of Terra Mater are the ways of the divine feminine creatrix. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience so that you are prepared for your next steps. She constantly nurtures the soul through the most improbable evolutionary leaps. One only has to contemplate the existence of a butterfly and how it becomes as such to know that logic and the predictable are not often her creative markers. She prefers the astonishing over the rational. What does this mean? Don't let your intellect stifle your imagination. Trust in the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. Earth Mother will heal your soul and speak to your heart through the telepathic transmitter of your body. Take time to tune into your body and to her guiding genius. All right. Seriously, I am struggling with not apologizing to you guys. It's crazy. It's funny how when you become aware of something that you do, like over apologize, once you become aware of it and you're trying to fix that pattern and that cycle, it really becomes blatantly aware, doesn't it? Like I said, I'm really struggling here. So we are going to get, because I was called to pull out this deck, that one of you other lovely people got for me. I am going to get one card to center this reading. Blue eyes, again, could be symbolic. I'm seeing blue eyes again. So let's just see what wants to come out. We have Temperance energy and we have Beauty of Ib. So Temperance energy, the balancing of divine and feminine divine, feminine and masculine energies within, and, you know, within your connection. But it's when you start to balance those energies within you that your person starts to then balance those energies, if that makes sense. It's interesting, actually, because I'm called to that parrot. And energetically, it's like it's a parrot. It's like they mimic what you do energetically. Okay, 14. Didn't we have 41, 14? Anyway, you could be seeing lots of 1s and 4s. What did I say? 14. All right, this is a very long one. I won't read the whole thing because it's like 10 pages long. Not really, I'm exaggerating, but. So it's on page 129, which is 12, Hanged Man energy. So I don't know if you and your person are in communication. To me, you look like someone who's focused on your soul purpose. It's like, I've done everything I can here. Now I'm going to focus on my life path. If that brings me back to my counterpart, great. But I'm going to focus on my soul mission. That's what I'm seeing. The way of the heart is the way of spiritual genius. Love is the divine elixir of the heart and is a trustworthy intelligence capable of creativity and transformation. Partake of that medical soul tonic by attuning to the wisdom, sweetness, and generosity that dwell within your heart. Cardio diagnosis. I don't know what that is. I can't pronounce it. Or heart knowing manifests vision through the magnetic magic of attraction, which often supersedes logic. Another card about logic. So you can't fix this one logically, my friends. This does not make sense logically. Like I said, I went through it. It didn't make logical sense for me to be feeling what I was feeling for someone that I had never even met. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It didn't make logical sense that I was not planning on being a tarot reader, but I ended up squirreling away so many tarot decks. Didn't make logical sense to me or my partner. I kept saying every time I bought a deck, I'd be like, I'm investing in my future. Not doing anything with them, of course. But now it all makes sense. Again, doesn't make logical sense. Embrace your heart and embrace yourself with love and positive expectation. An exquisite expression of your soul is naturally arising from the divine foundation of your heart. You could be going through a heart awakening. You guys know how I told you I've been having those heart flutters like for days now. I saw another reader post that there's a lot of people going through heart awakenings right now, so maybe that's why I'm feeling it. Let's see how much of this I want to read. The significance of heart in spiritual teachings is universal. Love, forgiveness, wisdom, and compassion are widely accepted as qualities of the heart throughout diverse cultural and spiritual traditions. In ancient Egypt, the Ib refers to the heart as an important facet of the soul. The heart was considered not only the seat of emotion, but also of thought, will, intention, and wisdom. The weighing of the heart of the initiate is a well-known ancient Egyptian depiction of spiritual initiation. The heart rests on the scales of divine judgment. With one feather of the goddesses, oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time pronouncing these words, you guys. With one feather of the goddess Mahat resting on the other scale. If the heart of the initiate is lighter than the feather, the initiation is successful and the soul is able to proceed on its journey into the afterlife. If the heart is heavier than that of the feather, the soul is without rest and cannot continue to the next stages of its journey. Mayat, is it Mayat? It's M-A, anyway. Is divine feminine personage embodying truth, light, the integrity of divine justice and higher order. If the heart is not allowed to rest in trust of the spiritual integrity of cosmic order, the initiate becomes weighed down, confused, and disempowered, unable to navigate the challenges that would facilitate the soul's progress. Lightness of heart is essential to fully embrace the mysteries of your soul's ongoing journey. Lightening the burdens of the heart does not prevent us from caring deeply. A heart can be light and free, yet care deeply and radiate compassion for all beings. To lighten the heart is to learn that we are worthy of love, of peace, of respect, of care. Rather than demanding that the world provide this for us, we learn to give this to ourselves. Yes. Everything you have is within you. Those nasty trolls in my comment section, I will not let you take my light. And I do not need you to validate my light. Anyway. So no one else can provide this for you. You need to learn how to give it to yourself. We develop the capacity for self-love. For some, those who experience such care early on in life, this is natural. For others, especially those that are called to a healing path in this lifetime, hello, my cycle breakers, and starseeds and light workers, this was often not provided, and the journey can involve a dying of the old sense of a broken, inadequate, and unworthy self in order to birth a self that is recognized as divine, radiant, human, loving, and lovable. And I always tell you guys, I speak from personal experience. I went from being someone mid-30s. I was broken, inadequate. I felt unworthy. I was unfulfilled. I felt bad about myself. I constantly put myself down. I had no self-confidence. And now, although I struggle, and I'm still working on it, most days are good. And I feel divine, radiant, human, loving, and lovable. And that's the whole part of this journey, is to everybody, like, it's not just about union, it's about shifting into that divine person and knowing everything you need is within you and falling in love with yourself. Oh my gosh, this reading, I am ranting on and on and on and on and on. Where was I? We allow our hearts to become symbolically light as a feather, freed from the weight of misplaced guilt, shame, and judgment, not through avoidance of dealing with our inner pain, but through direct confrontation, mourning of the pain, and evolving organically as a result into new awareness. The spiritual light of heart becomes living invitations into an experience of inner peace, so dearly needed in our lives and in our world, to facilitate the recovery from all kinds of disturbance, and to break the cycle of ongoing violence, which is an expression of unresolved disturbances in the soul. Oh my goodness. Let me skip ahead here. At the heart of your life purpose is the call to create healing for yourself and our planet. Sometimes our heart is so burdened by what we perceive around us that we become disheartened and confused, believing that humanity is a lost cause or that our planet needs fixing. What is actually needed is love, for all good things, including healing, begin with love. Connecting to the heart is natural, yet we can forget how to do so. A grounding and uplifting way to connect to the heart is to focus on gratitude. Your gratitude may encompass the gift of your body, the courage and the wisdom to navigate your life lessons, the time and space for spiritual reflection, and the precious ability to experience spiritual presence inherent in nature. Imagine for just one moment being a person who saw a tree as a mere thing to be cut down rather than a living being of grace and generosity. Gratitude for perception, gratitude for awareness, gratitude for being capable of expansion of love. When you are grateful, love increases and circumstances and situations can settle more readily. New recourses for change become suddenly available, as if from nowhere. There may be a number of problems to be solved and troubles to overcome, yet as the expression goes, love conquers all. The oracle foretells of a spiritual gift, a blessing of resolution, made available through your hopeful, healing heart. Keep your faith in love. Stay true to your heart. Wow! That's beautiful. I don't even know who's still here. I may just be talking to the void right now. Hello, darkness. I'm just talking to myself at this point. It's still recording. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get into tarot, you guys. Ooh, so we have, this is that Goddess of Love Tarot, and for embodying the erotic divine feminine. So I don't know how much I'm going to tap into the erotic side of it, as I am, you know, I'm a different type of person. I don't know. I'm not into the erotic tarot myself. That's why I've never bought the erotic tarot, but this is divine feminine tarot. Interesting. I feel really called to share something really weird with you guys. I feel like I have some pile threes in here. Definitely my counterpart people. My counterpart party. I feel really weird sharing this with you guys, but I've never shared it with anyone except my partner, so I'm going to share it with you. I have struggled with being comfortable around women. Or feminines, when I was growing up, I always felt threatened by girls. I always felt threatened by the way girls looked. You know, with my partner, I could never watch anything where there was nudity, and now there's nudity in everything. And it's because I truly hated myself, I believe. And I know this is a weird thing to share with you guys, but ever since embodying divine feminine energy myself, I no longer feel that way. Like, I can watch anything. You know, I went down to the kitchen this morning and showed this to my partner, and I'm like, look at all the naked ladies. I don't feel threatened by it anymore, if that makes sense. I don't know if someone else needed to hear that. But like, I would watch shows with my partner, like Survivor, where they were in bikinis, and I would just feel so uncomfortable, and I would feel like I was cringing on the inside because of how I felt about myself. To further that, I can admit that I would like put up a wall with someone I felt threatened with and automatically find things to not like about them, if I'm being completely transparent with you. I no longer am like that, but anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling again. So right away we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles can be symbolic of you working towards stabilizing, you know, maybe you're working towards your spiritual evolution. Maybe you're starting to plant those pentacles when it comes to your spiritual gifts or your soul path. Four of Pentacles, as far as you and your counterpart, I feel right now you're both holding back from each other. Perhaps there's no contact, but we'll get into the tarot to see. We do have the Devil right away, so there could be some kind of test coming. Devil energy also shows fear, so perhaps, you know, perhaps you came to this reading confused or feeling like you have a little voice inside of you, a mean little ego monster that whispers to you that you're not good enough, or that nobody would watch your videos, or that nobody would want to hear you, or whatever your little ego monster says to you. We do have the Sovereign, and this is actually the Emperor, but in this deck it's called the Sovereign because this is a divine feminine deck. So right away with that Emperor energy, you know, you could be working on your foundation, working on building or going after your soul path. I will tell you, in order to go after your soul path, you do have to be the Emperor, because you do have to embody divine masculine energy. Because masculine energy is the energy that says, I'm good enough to go after what I want. I can create my own business. I can have success. That's masculine energy. So you need to embody that in order to go after what you want, which is why the masculine needs to embody Emperor energy to go after you, if that makes sense. Usually what happens is when the feminine is on their soul path, working on their soul mission, that's when the masculine starts to wake up and feel the need to take action towards them and to kind of clean up their own life. We have death and rebirth. Very interesting, you guys. I don't know why I just heard death of your ego or death of your lower self. If you, oh my gosh, if you have recently had like a death of your lower self and you're tapped into your higher self, it could be that your person energetically, parrot energy, has mimicked that in terms of an ego death. Now, we do have Justice on the bottom. The cards that are coming out for you guys are very interesting because we have Justice, we have Balance. So perhaps someone's going through karma right now. Justice also shows perhaps a truth coming in. I don't know if you guys are struggling with your ego, because right now my little ego monster is like hanging out on the sidelines of this reading and will not stop heckling me. Two of Cups. Oh my goodness gracious. And we have the Queen of Wands, you guys, and the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we do have, remember how I said I had a dream about communication? We do have an offer coming in. Two of Cups energy. You know what I'm finding really interesting is usually when I do readings, I do like you and them, right? That's not what I was intending with this reading. But with the energy I'm feeling with the parrot, I'm picking up on you learning how to listen to your intuition, learning how to be more feminine, trusting in this, releasing control, feminine energy. Look, her eyes are shut. She is not bothered. And we have somebody focused on you right now. I feel like as you are focused on your soul path, focused on what you're supposed to be healing, cycles you're supposed to be breaking, this person's focus is now shifting to you. So interesting. We have the Two of Cups, which I have to cover, and the Queen of Wands. So we have an offer of love coming in. Queen of Wands energy, that's who I always associate a light worker with. Like, that's someone who's focused on their inner soul flame, focused on their soul path. And we see this bee. Remember beeline yesterday? This person making a beeline for you, like bees to honey. You're attracting in right now because you're focused on your spark, your soul spark. Yes. We also have Nine of Cups right underneath, which is kind of a weird card. It's like a dripping area. You can see the drips. Anyway. Nine of Cups. Somebody realizing that you are their Nine of Cups. As you focus on your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment, I'm excluding this person. As you're focusing on what fills your cups up, on your wish fulfillment, on your soul path, this person starts to parrot that, mimic that, and is now focused on you. All right, so let's get your energy first, my friends. Let's see your energy. Show me the Divine Feminine's energy, please. We have 3 cards coming out. We've got Six of Wands, my friend. I love this. Technically, it's covered, but I'll just cover it anyway. Six of Wands shows you are on fire. You're on fire right now. Look at all that growth. Look at all that light that you're exuding. This is, you know, light worker energy, my friend. You realizing what lights you up. And I feel like you're being really noticed right now, especially with that Queen of Wands energy. You know, we saw the rose in that. We saw the rose in the Two of Cups. Six of Wands, all eyes on you, my friend. And we do have the Eight of Cups, so perhaps you're learning how... This is the greatest card ever. This Eight of Cups card. Perhaps, you know, you have walked away from this person. I have to cover the crack, but how awesome is that Eight of Cups? Like, kiss my butt on your way out. I don't know why I said that. Anyway. Maybe that's what you said to your person. Oh my goodness gracious. Your energy, Divine Feminine energy. We have the Ten of Cups right now. So you are focused on healing your own emotional fulfillment, what makes you happy, what raises your vibration. I feel like you're not... I think that you're like me. You still have days where your ego creeps in. But you're kind of trusting in what your soul is telling you is your wish fulfillment. Even when it comes to your counterpart, I feel like you're at peace knowing that's my Ten of Cups. My Ten of Cups isn't with me right now. So I'm just going to focus on me. But I know that's my Ten of Cups. You could be doing a lot of healing right now with this Ten of Cups and focusing on things that raise your vibrations. We also have the Sovereign, which is the Emperor, which came out in the shuffle, which I explained to you. I'm actually going to look at this one in, what do I want to put on you? Maybe we'll just do a little crystal. We'll just do a little, I'm going to put it right, whoops. That's what they call a nip slip. Hang on. Nobody move. Nobody move. That crystal is... Nobody breathe. Just kidding. So, because when I looked at this deck, I thought the Sovereign, how interesting that it's not the Empress. So I wanted to look at it for you. Okay. I'm gonna do my best to read this. We have Aries energy. One of the most sacred visions of the goddess of love is the invitation to step fully into your heart's power, not as an act of control or dominance over another, but in sovereignty and commitment to the self. I just spit on that. So it is that the Emperor transforms into she who internalizes her power and devotes it to something higher. What was I saying? You can't devote yourself to someone who doesn't want to devote themselves to you right now. And to me, it feels like you are devoted to your soul path. It's like you've kind of surrendered to this. You know what it is, and you're focused on your soul path. Beautiful. The sovereign is also the virgin who is sexually independent, who works with kundalini and erotic energy, whose devotion extends to the flesh. Here, the goddess of love is Vesta, Roman goddess of hearth, home, devotion, and dedication, whose Vestal virgins guarded her eternal flame. Vesta represents sexuality turned inward and autonomy and personal power. This is your chance to reestablish a bridge to sexual expression in a way that is aligned with who you are. The Emperor is what turns us on, and the Sovereign asks you to claim this force on your own terms. Devote your sexual energy to a higher purpose, a spiritual one. Reconnect to your sacred heart and sexuality outside of a relationship with another, and honor this as an offering. I have no idea what that means. Maybe one of you can explain it to me. Your erotic energy is yours, and you are your own lover first and foremost. Interesting. Your affirmation is, I am sovereign over my sexuality. I reclaim my erotic energy. So whatever that means to you guys. And maybe someone could explain it to me. Okay, and the other one we have is Two of Cups. So to me, it's like you've realized this is, whoa, that's more nakedness than I thought. Exactly what it is. Like, I'm looking at a surrendered feminine or a surrendered counterpart who says, yeah, that is my 10 of Cups. You could be learning to, with this Two of Cups energy, you could be learning how to give to yourself first, is what I'm hearing. You could be learning how to fill your own cup up right now. But I do see very much the energy of you surrendering to this connection. And I don't mean, whoops, I don't mean by giving it up. I mean by it's like you've surrendered to the fact that, yep, that's my person and I can't control what they're doing. I can't control what they're healing. So I'm going to focus on my life path, my soul path. What is my destiny? It's beautiful. I'm going to look at your person's energy. And yes, I'm going to use the Divine Feminine Tarot. So let's look at the... Do I want to use this or do I want to use a different one? I want to use a different one. So I grabbed this one and we see the moon. So your person could be healing shadows right now. They could be going through hidden forces are at work with your person. Four of Wands. Oh my goodness. So they could be looking at fears they have about commitment. Very interesting. Four of Wands. Nine of Swords. There it is. This person's feeling anxious about possibly you, possibly the attention you're getting. Possibly they feel a shift in your energy. We have death. So what did I say? Death of an ego. Death came out on your side too. And what did I say? You could have had a death of your lower self. And this person could have mimicked that energy. Temperance. Interesting. This is a really intense reading, you guys. We have Judgment. Oh my gosh, your person's going through an awakening. I felt the need to pause that for a sec because I had been recording for an hour and 8 minutes. Again, this is a very specific reading. I had no idea it was going to be this long. So your person's going through, what did I say? Karma. a wake-up call. The universe is saying, hey, you, look at that person right there. We have 6 of coins, so this could be someone who's even getting help, getting assistance from someone through this awakening. They could, you know, some of them could be in therapy. This is someone who's realizing that you and this person reciprocate energy. This could be someone wanting to also take accountability for something. So let's look at the Divine Masculine's energy. Divine Masculine's energy. We've got the 2 of Cups. How cute are you guys? How cute are you? 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. That's so sweet. So right now your person is thinking about you. They're thinking about this connection that you have, which is probably why you think about them so much. One thing that I'm seeing is this person is thinking long-term right now. So if they're not coming in, that's why they're thinking long-term. This person right now is working on themselves, just like you're working on your emotional healing. I feel like this person is working on their stability is what I'm seeing. 7 of Coins, trying to manifest something. Interesting. Let's get 2 more. Gotta keep it. Okay. All right. Gotta keep it balanced. We have the Fountain. Guys, that dream I had last night, the communication, the fogginess out here, this card saying something, or the first card we had, Eros, saying something's about to happen. We have the Fountain, which is creation. It's someone blossoming into the butterfly. It's someone awakening. This is someone who's awakening. The card says fully awakened. I don't think your person is fully awakened yet, but they're awakened to you. They're awakened to this connection and what it means, just like you are in a different way. That's how mirroring works. You're awakening to this connection. Wow, there's a booty there. Why didn't anybody tell me? Yeah, I hope it doesn't get taken down. Nobody tell. What I was saying is that's how mirroring works. As you surrender to this connection and let go of it and focus on your soul path, this person mirrors that, mimics it at a delay, and now they're awakening. 10 of Cups on the bottom. So we definitely have mirroring energy going on. Your person is, you know, being guided by their higher self right now. They're thinking long term. They're thinking long term. Get 1 more for your Divine Masculine energy. Knight of Coins. Yep. This is the most determined knight in the deck. It's the slowest moving one, but here they come. This is someone moving towards you. This is someone more focused on coming in right than quick. And that's what you want. I know it sucks to hear that. The longer they're away, the better, in my opinion. Not in my opinion, because it sucks. But the longer they take to come in, the more awakening is happening, the more realizations are being had, the more growth is being had. We have the Hierophant on the bottom, you guys. That person has peeked into that spiritual box and now they can't look away. This is someone who's enlightening or being enlightened to this. 5-5, going through a lot of change. Anyway, let's see what you're thinking about right now when it comes to the past energy of this connection. So when you think of this connection in the past, we have Ace of Cups and we have a Swan. So you could be, like I said, I feel like you're more focused on giving to yourself right now. I feel like looking back, you realize that you needed to learn how to give more to yourself. And that perhaps, you know, I'm also seeing this as a journey of self-love is what I'm seeing. Let me just look at this deck for a minute. I gotta look up what the crone is. Is that the Queen? The crone must be the Queen. So we have Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. So I feel like when you look back at this connection, you do see that you have, I can't even show any of it to you. You have grown into this Queen of Pentacles. You've become more grounded. You've become more, for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles, like I said, you could have realized your life purpose through this connection, and you could have advanced into that Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you learned how to love yourself through this connection. We can't ignore that swan there either. Let's see your person when they think about the past. We have strength. So this unbreakable bond, this unexplainable bond. They think about how they denied this connection, how their ego pushed it away. This feels like someone who pushed you away. And that's what they're thinking about right now. Why did I push that person away? Why did I, you know, possibly deflect onto that person? Why did I deny this connection for so long? It's my 10 of coins. Why did I deny it for so long? This person, you know, to me, it looks like they know they were operating from a place of fear. Interesting. Let's see how you're currently feeling about this person. How are you currently feeling about this person? No, I gotta look it up. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Sun on the bottom. So it's like, you know that they're part of your soul purpose. We have the High Priestess here. I feel very called to point out that we have this pair here on the chair. And it looks like a feminine and a masculine. So High Priestess, you could be getting intuitive downloads about this person. To me, you have a lot of intuition when it comes to this connection. You could be feeling this telepathy. You could be feeling a very telepathic bond with them right now. We do have the Sun here as well, showing that I do feel like you miss their energy in your life during this transition, during this Hanged Man energy. We do have Hanged Man energy. I do feel like you're missing their energy. I feel this energy of devotion to this person. And I was picking that up in a reading the other day. And it's not for everyone, but sometimes counterparts, once they come in contact with their counterpart, they actually have a really hard time connecting with anyone else, and they end up remaining loyal to their counterpart, even through years of separation. So you could resonate with that. I just want to look at what is the Witch, or what is the Queen in this deck. Oh, interesting. So what's the... This is so confusing. So Witch of Cups. Is that what I saw? No, I saw the Witch of Pentacles. So Witch of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles, and intuitively you know they're in Knight of Pentacles energy. There's so much mirroring happening here. You feel like they're coming towards you very slowly. Knight of Pentacles. Now, the crone that I saw, that is actually the King of Pentacles. So kind of the same message for what I said, if you can even remember what I was saying about the Crone of Pentacles. Anyway. Let's see your person's thoughts and feelings right now about this connection. You guys, your person is ready to come in. 444 could be symbolic. I saw 444 earlier. This is someone who wants to come out of this break and take action towards you and take control towards you. It's right here. That dream I had was someone reaching out. We have the Nine of Swords. So this person is feeling anxious and Hanged Man energy. You had Hanged Man energy on the bottom too. This person's feeling anxious about being in separation from you. It's like they're getting anxious that, you know, maybe you're going to meet someone. Very interesting. This person is thinking about coming towards you. And you could be experiencing problems sleeping at night because I think they're very anxious about coming towards you. Interesting. Let's get another one for... Actually, I want to see blockages on your side. So what's blocking union on your side? That's too many. I'm going to take the top one. Oh, I'm going to take that one. Oh, I'm going to take that one. Oh, sorry, guys. So blockages, we have the Empress. So maybe you're not fully in Empress energy, you know? It's so... Once we feel like we've hit Empress energy, we actually still have a long way to go. Like, we feel like we've hit it, but we haven't hit it. I also think it's interesting because the energy came out that you needed to embody more of a feminine energy, you know, less chasing or forcing this connection to be something, and more release of that and more taking control of your soul path. So with the Empress here, you know, perhaps you're still working on your self-esteem with the Empress. We also have the Devil showing me that you're still working on perhaps lower vibrational energy. You're still working on some of your shadows, some of your fears, tests from your ego. We also have the Six of Cups. So that's symbolic of childhood wounding. So you could still have healing to do from this connection even. Things that happened in the past. You may have to, you know, energetically forgive and let go. If I'm talking about forgiving someone and you're feeling like, ugh, like I don't want to forgive that person, it shows you're not ready to forgive them. Six of Cups could also be that you still long for it, and longing and overthinking about it can cause blockages. So that's what we're seeing here. Oh, so many naked cards. I'm just going to pile them all up and put them right here. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, feminines. Let's see what's being blocked on the masculine side. Blockages on the masculine side. So Three of Cups shows them not having the proper amount of energy to give this. And remember how Two of Cups and Ace of Cups came out on your side, and I said that? You're learning how to give that to yourself, not to rely on this person to fill your cup up for you. Three of Cups shows that they do struggle with the flow of energy. They struggle with balancing energy, giving as much as they're, like, possibly they struggle with giving and receiving. Perhaps they're very good at receiving, not so good at giving. This could also be, for some of you, that this person, I don't normally get this, but I just feel called to say it because it does talk about someone who spends a lot of time with their friends. So it could be that this person has friends or a friend group that still is blocking this connection. And by that, I mean, maybe this person spends a lot of time with their friends, or maybe they're friends because this connection doesn't make any logical sense to anyone. Perhaps their friends have told them, you know, what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time with that? Or they've been experiencing judgments from those people. We do have the Lovers. So what's still blocked on their connection is them choosing this, them taking a leap of faith towards you, them like letting go of, it's surrender. This person needs to surrender to this connection just like you are trying to do. All right, I want to get into, I want to see from your deck what is coming. Actually, I want to see what Spirit has to say about your soul path. So let's look at that. What do they need to know about their soul path, their life mission? Interesting. I believe we have the Page of Swords here. The Seven of Pentacles. I'm not going to show them all because they're sneaky. The Nine of Cups. Okay, so This is the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords, as far as your soul purpose, this shows, it shows that you could have, your soul purpose could involve communication of some kind, communicating your truth, putting your words out there. I know some of you are like, oh no, not my words, not my voice. It also shows, you know, your advice when it comes to your soul path is to start, whatever your soul is telling you is your mission, start learning about it. Like, start learning about it. People ask me how I learned about tarot. Repetition. I just kept watching tarot readings. I watch tarot readings that I don't resonate with just so that I can learn different meanings of the cards. I used to sleep with descriptions of tarot on while I slept, and I used to soak it in subconsciously. Just working with tarot every day. I had a notebook where anytime I learned anything about any card, I would write it down. Repetition, learning. Perhaps you need to go back to school for whatever it is that you want to do. You have the power to do that. Like, so many people will say, well, maybe I'm too old to go back to school. You're never too old to start your life. You're never too old to grow. You're never too old for any of it. I'm going to get one more for this one. We have the Queen of Wands. Lightworker, my friend. You could be someone who helps other people get over trauma. I just heard that for some of you. There's definitely something about you communicating. And Queen of Wands shows you have a gift within you that perhaps you haven't even tapped into yet. If you're learning about something right now, like if you're curious about learning about something, follow that curiosity. You know, that's how it started for me. I was curious about tarot, and then I wanted to learn more, and then I wanted to learn more, and it just grew and grew and grew. I want to see what action your person is going to be taking towards you in the near future. Well then. All right then. Oh dear. We have Temperance and the Star. So this person, to me, feels like they're going to approach you when they're balanced in their energy. Star shows wish fulfillment. Star shows them coming towards you with a positive mindset. Page of Wands shows them taking inspired action towards you in the near future. Tell me about this Page of Wands. What is this communication about? We have Justice. So interesting. So when your person is not coming from their place of ego and they're coming from a place of light, they're coming back in here once they're balanced to take accountability, to have a conversation, to possibly apologize to you about something. Interesting. There's a lot of balance on their side. I feel like there's a card out. 5 of Cups. Hermit. This person's coming out of Hermit energy. And when they're in Hermit energy, they're learning. You know, that's someone that's been learning about themselves, who's been shining a light on some of their shadows. Look, coming towards the Queen of Wands. That's you. Interesting. Let's see more for actions, please, Spirit. 2 of Coins wanted to come out, but didn't. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. So we see someone making adjustments coming towards you. This is such a long reading. Oh my gosh. 7 of Coins, 4 of Coins, and we have the World. So we have someone coming out of 4 of Coins energy, coming towards you, wanting to invest in this. The World shows this person wanting completion here, wanting to close the distance between you. Wheel of Fortune does show a turning point in this person's energy. This person spinning that Wheel of Fortune, coming towards you. Any advice on the masculine's energy here, please, Spirit? We have the Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. So with the Queen of Wands, I feel like you're attracting this person in, because to me, I'm seeing you there, especially where you keep coming out as the Queen of Wands over here. And I do feel like your energy, there's something about your energy that's making this person energetically mimic it. And want to, like, look at this. This person wants to come out of Hanged Man energy. This person wants to face that fear and come towards you. For some of you, this person could be releasing a third party, I'm hearing. I want to see on your side what comes out for this. Oh, I was going to ask. What was I going to ask? I didn't even ask anything. I feel like putting them back and re-asking. I was going to ask near future energy on this side. We have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, we have someone coming out of Hanged Man energy. And we have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So King of Swords shows someone coming towards you with truth and clarity, justice. We see someone changing their approach here. Two of Wands. There's a change here with Two of Wands. There's that Page of Wands, inspired action. There it is. Someone comes out of Hanged Man with a love offer. Roses. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So near future energy, this person is definitely coming towards you, my friend. I'm also seeing for you, interesting, what's coming next. I was asking about their actions. Seven of Pentacles, that's what's on the bottom with the King of Swords. They were coming in with truth, clarity, Seven of Pentacles, wanting to invest in this, and that's what's coming in on your energy, is the King of Swords, truth and clarity, communication, Seven of Pentacles, wanting to invest in this, coming out of Hanged Man energy. So King of Swords shows clarity here. Interesting. Let's see. I want to get advice for you about this connection. We have strength. So don't give up, my friend. Strength. Your person's energy came out as strength as well. Look at all the mirroring. If you're struggling with your ego, know that it's a test and remain strong. Look at this. We have communication coming. We have clarity coming. So remain strong. Don't give into that ego. Don't let that ego take over, my friend. And I'm just going to see if there's anything this Divine Masculine wants you to know. Seven of Cups, Page of Swords. This is so interesting because that's what I felt when I woke up and I saw the cloud. And it's like this person wants to cut through that Page of Swords. I feel like this person is keeping an eye on you. And this person is saying, like, I do want to bring you clarity. This person is definitely watching you. Oh my goodness. This person could be afraid that you have other options too with that energy. Anyway, I feel like this was a super long reading. I feel like that was long enough. I feel like my ego is going to be telling me not to post it, but I'm going to post it. So I hope it resonated for someone, even if only one person. That's all that matters. And thank you for spending your time with me. It was like sitting around with a friend. It always is. I love you guys. I hope this reached the people it needed to reach. And I am sending you so much love and light. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.